Hey everybody, it's Cheryl. Welcome back to Muppet Sewing Emporium. How are you doing today? I am wonderfully well. We are just slightly behind today. And I hope you are all having a wonderful Friday. I know I am. I have been very much uh getting like just having like one of those crazy weeks. Hope you are not having a crazy week, but at least a decent week. My name is Cheryl Muppin Whited. You can call me Muppin. I am your host here at the beautiful downtown Paducah, Kentucky, where it is a steamy 75 degrees today. But it was much warmer. Joy, thank you for watching. Happy birthday, by the way. Watching from St. Louis with the grandkids. That's awesome. Congratulations on your birthday. And of course, hanging out with the grandkids because that's always a lot of fun. Um, you guys, I have a lot to show you. We have restocks galore, but we also have like new stuff. And can I just say, I don't know, like I am have we're having a very good week. And it's very, very good to see everybody. Oh, Joy, you're very welcome. It is my pleasure. And again, happy birthday. Um, and so today, um, I got an organization tool for my Pincushion dolls. But let me just back up a hot second. Earlier today, we had the HVAC, air conditioner, and an electrician out today. So, if there's anything you would like that you see in today's video, please give us some love. Because in our 126-year-old building, apparently the HVAC is clearly, I want to say the HVAC's like 45, almost 50 years old. I know it's 40, at least 40 years old. Lisa, how are you doing? Hello from New York. Uh, Good to see you. Thank you for joining us tonight. Um, so, so HVAC was here. It wasn't too bad, but still, you know how it goes. 125-year-old, 26-year-old building has 126-year-old problems. So, but our HVAC is at least only 40 years old, which cracks me up. When the guy initially came, the last time he came to look at it, he goes, "I've only heard of these." And I thought, that's not a good sign. But anyway, we have air. It is finally, and really truly, the air conditioner that needed to be fixed is the air conditioner on our second floor. And now that Charlie and I are nearly moved into that space, I won't say that it's ready for our housing because it's not. The second floor was never in this building, was never going to be our home. Our actual living quarters would have been will be on the third floor. The second floor was kind of like our guest room, a spare bathroom, and the my sewing studio and my husband's. He doesn't like the word man cave. He is using the word nerd lair right now. And so that's where he's been um setting up his studio, so to speak, is on the second floor. Well, as we're continuing to move into that second floor, as that floor is becoming more and more habitable, we realized it's time to get the air conditioner fixed on that level if we're going to spend any more time in there. As it gets hot, this building really heats up pretty quickly. So HVAC is very important, my friends, and treat your HVAC professionals very nicely because they work very hard. Okay, so before I get into all of the stuff, and I mean, we have some really adorable stuff. Before I get into all of that, I want to talk to you really quickly about my Pincushion doll, my Pincushion doll collection. And I've talked about this somewhat. I continue to always add to my Pincushion doll collection that I inherited from my great aunt. And this collection, I don't think this is all of it because I know I'm missing a couple from the like, so I know that I have to still dig around in here. But as the second floor is becoming more habitable and my studio is coming along, I can tell you that I'm starting to want to get my things out, and I want to have my things around me. Are you a thing person? Do you have things that you just like to have around you? I'm kind of this I'm this person who has to have things, and I love things, okay? So, and I'm a trinket girl. If it's small, I'm in love, okay? So, just take all that with a grain of salt. Let's talk about this, and let's see if I can get my camera to look at it properly. So give me 1 second to like move it. Let's see if I can. Mariana is here. Hello. How are you doing, my dear? I'm very excited to see you. Okay. So we need to like get this thing to look at. Oh, it's upside down. That is not what we want. All right. I'm really fussing with this thing. All right. Let's see if I can get this looking at the right direction because it's kind of it's kind of weird, this. Oh, I'm glad you're doing well. Thank you so much. Okay. So, let's see. No, you're kind of going the wrong way, computer. All right. I'm going to play with this a little bit here. So, while we're waiting for that, I could tell you that we are we have had some really fun folks visiting, and the museum, the National Quilt Museum, has been so amazing, and so many people have great, like, they're here to see the Tula Pink and the Tula Pink exhibit, and that's been like crazy amazing. It is absolutely it is a good time to come to the National Quilt Museum. If you've never come to the National Quilt Museum, now is a great time. Okay, you're gonna laugh. Okay, you're gonna see this thing here, and you're gonna be like, "What are you doing?" But they're upside down in this video. So let me fix this really quickly and see if I can get this camera to do what it needs to do. But this is like, this is what happens when you have like weird little gear cameras that do things, So I had it all set up for doing the down video here. So, we're gonna flip them around. And of course it's done with like a stick, and it's on a gimbal, which is kind of like techie talk, but you get what I'm trying to say. All right, now go that way. There we go. Let's see if this is now if you're still upside down or not. Yeah, it's still upside down. All right. So let's see what I can do here. You know, I'm just going to hold it. I'm going to take it off and hold it in my little hot hand. Maybe. It really doesn't want to come out. This is the thing. I really want to show this to you because it's so cool. You're going to be like, why are you fiddling with this? Like, why are you doing it right now? Because it's so amazing. Okay? It really is. But we've got to get this, like, little gimbal thing to do its thing. And, you know, upside down's probably not the way. Anyway, while I don't want to, like, crash it into anything either. So there's that. When in doubt, just unplug it and then plug it back in and point it where you need it to be pointed. So that is what we're gonna do. All right. Let's see. Am I frozen? Or you guys can still hear me, right? So give me a thumbs up if you can. All right, computer. Now we're gonna pick a new camera. Oh, it doesn't want to do it because we're there. Okay, got it. Yay. All right. Are we right side up? Yes! Okay. You guys, look how cool this is. All right. These are my pincushion dolls. This is not all of them. And if you don't know what a pincushion doll is, oh, I think this is reversed. So that is the correct angle. Okay, so you're looking at it the right, correct way. So these are all pincushion dolls, and essentially what they are little porcelain heads, and they would have had a fabric base, and that fabric base you would use to put your pincushions in. And Cheryl, thank you. I've always heard about these beautiful collection. Thank you so much. So, you know, these are all nearly 100 years old. Okay, so they're very old. And 9 times out of 10, you can find the heads, but you usually can't find them with the dress. These are so cool, aren't they, Mariana? I think these are just the coolest thing. Kristen! Kristen says, okay, now that is a cool collection. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. So this collection, and this isn't even all of them. Okay, I do have more. But I needed a way to have them out. Okay, and so this was the part of the collecting that I didn't know what to do with. Like, I didn't know how I was going to put them all out for display. And then I was with my husband. Yes, I love littles like this. I'm a huge fan of anything like small. I like small things, okay? Like when I was a kid, I just loved trinkets. Oh, Mariana. I appreciate that. Thank you. Okay, so these little guys or girls, there is one dude. They were. So I was with my husband. We were out at a comic book convention, and he collects these action figures that have removable heads. And the heads are very collectible on these action figures that my husband collects. And the little heads, when the people would bring them to the convention to sell them, they would stick them on a thread stand, on a wooden thread stand. So I don't know if I back up a little, if you can see that, but that is just a wooden thread stand where you would put the thread on this, rack, and you would either hook this rack up to the wall or it has legs. And this is a really cool way to display them. I have two with the cushion, but the cushion's not in great shape on one. The better one is a child. Yes. So there are lots of different types of pincushion dolls. Okay. And like there are some that, are like little kids. Okay. So they're like little children. And then there's a lot of ladies. Okay. Like, Marcia asks, do I sell them? Yes. So in my store, I do sell them, and I am looking to maybe do a live video, a live sale on Facebook down the road. So typically these kind of go between like 35 and 45 depending on each one, and which I think is not bad for a 100-year-old item. Okay. There is one here that is super rare, and I don't have it on this rack because I was just testing the rack idea. Marcia says, "Oh, you really want me to sell some to you," which I'm totally okay with. But let me pull it together. Now, see, a lot of the times I have to look for the ones that I have duplicates of. Okay. Jody says I needed another reason to come in. There are some for sale in the shop. Okay, and there always have been. If you've never noticed them, let me know, because they're there. Okay. Yeah, absolutely. So, there are some that are rare. There are some that are like more valuable than the others, but I have quite a number of duplicates, um and sometimes like I keep some duplicates. Like you can see there's 3 of the same lady. Don't look at the mess behind the ladies, okay? But like these 3 are all the same one. So I will probably pick like, a good one for me, and then the other ones can be for somebody else. And the same thing with things like this lady right here. It's the same lady, she's just painted 2 different colors. So, I have to decide as the collector, like how deep do I want my collection to go? And that's a real tough one. Kristen, of course, that one is a clown. And they're the hardest. Those are one of the hardest ones to get. But the clown and the mimes, they're the hardest ones to get. But that's that little guy. And that is a clown. Now, and then of course there's like where they're made, and so Japan and Germany are the majority of them. Yes, I do have some really tiny ones. So I think like these are pretty tiny because they're just like they're almost cut off at the waist. Like they don't even have like holes. Um and like this one here is really really tiny. You could just see how small that is compared to some of the other ladies. So it just depends on the doll. I have one that's so small it can't fit on the peg unless I shave the peg down. So and then I have one man. And here's my gentleman, and he's got a tie, and he's got a top hat, and that's a dude. Um Kathy is storming in Memphis. I'm sorry. I hope it's okay. Uh, have you ever added a pincushion to them? Yes. As a matter of fact, we even sell a pattern on how to make your own bottom. So if it's missing its bottom, like these are, then you can make your own bottom. Would you like to see the ones that have a bottom? Because I have a collection of those too. Um, I have them. They're in a box right here. I can get them out. Do you want to see them? If you want to see them, you got to say yes. Okay. But anyway, one day I will go through all of these with you, and we'll talk about the individual ones or whatever, which ones are more expensive and things like that. So if you want to see them with the okay, I'll show them to you. Give me 1 second to put this back on its stack here. Yeah, Marsha's in. Yeah, we got everybody in, okay? All right. So let me put the I gotta put my camera back on the thing. Grab two for show and tell. Okay, I will do that. We've got lots of yeses, so we're gonna do it. Now I just gotta rearrange this camera. Oh, is that better? Probably the sound was awful. Is that better? You can hear me still. Just always want to make sure that I don't lose my camera parts, because that's the thing about me and the camera. All right, so let's get the camera repositioned here, because that's always the best part, is to reposition the camera. um I was telling Charlie that he's like, "Oh, you always seem to know what you're doing with this camera thing." And I'm like, "Yeah, but it's also I've done it a long time. I think this is my 12 15 years I've been doing this stuff. So, you know, it's been a while." All right, let's see if I can get this camera positioned, and then we will be off to the races. You can watch the little thing like spin right here as I spin it around. Because it's on a joystick that I can maneuver. So isn't that fun? Fun times, I tell you. Oh, that's probably better with the sound. Yes. Okay. Just want to make sure that the sound is not crazy. Okay, now it's in the right position. Can you see? Let me know if you can hear me. Okay. You're really going to like these. I feel like sometimes the better ones got kept for like they were able to keep their bodies. Does that make sense? Um so let's widen this out so you can see. Here I am. I'm here. Okay. So this one is a particular favorite because she's got this sort of like cupcake like bottom, and I just love her. She's got like really pretty lace, lots of ruffle, and then the ruffle on the bottom. And that's pretty much all these really are. There's probably a ribbon missing here that would have covered up, where she's sewn into the base. But this is what they would have looked like. Now let me see if I have her without the top. And it does not look like I have one. I have one close. Okay. But like you can see that, this is how she looks without the dress on. Okay. So, yeah, she really is pretty. She's one of my favorites. I have to say, like, to me, like, kind of the cupcake bottom, she's not real stable. It's not very flat, okay, because of this. Um Now she is just a pincushion, and she does not look, as I put this back. Okay, she does not look to have had um any pins actually pinned into her, although there is one right here, which is funny. Every once in a while you find one. Um, but the pins are typically like they leave rust holes. So a lot of times if you see pincushion dolls, they have like little rust holes. And there's one on display in the store that has a dress and lots of little rust holes. Okay, so that's one. And then, oh, this one's a good one too. She's so pretty. Okay, this one is full of ruffles, and she has a fan. And this, my friends, is a powder box. So she's got a box bottom, and that's what she was supposed to be. She was a top for a powder box or a trinket box. And so she was not necessarily a pincushion doll. She was a powder box doll. That's kind of used interchangeably. Okay. Half doll is another name, but aren't they? She's gorgeous. Now she's just a little wobbly in there, and you can see here that's where she's actually sewn to the base. But I like these ones. These are very Marie Antoinette style. Um, do the rust holes mean the owner was in the habit of putting pins into their mouth? I don't think so. I think what that means is that the humidity and the pins were not coated with anything. Um, the pins not being coated with anything means that they had a tendency to rust because they're steel. So nowadays we coat pins with nickel so that they don't rust in our project. Interesting. Yeah, she is very interesting. But she is a box. Now the top here is squishy, so you could have pinned in here. Oh, here's a pin. Okay, so like, see, there's like these occasional 100-year-old glass head pin in here, and so yeah, she was a pincushion. Somebody used her as a pincushion, but the bottom here, like right about here, is where the box part starts, and you can kind of see that under there. The box is in great shape for what it is. So that's this one. Let me get into the box here. because there's two examples here of why they are like they are. This one, okay, no, we'll do this one first. Okay, here's the next one. I have to tell you, this is one of my favorites. And then the last one I will show you is also a favorite. Because, oof, they're so pretty. Now, I do have some that are just like meh. Okay. Okay. So this one, my friends, I love this doll head. Okay. I just love her. Okay. Look at her crazy hair. Look at her beautiful yellow bow. She's just incredible. She's wild. However, this is not her original base. This is not at all original to this doll. Someone has decided to give her a new skirt of lace, and there's tons of pins in her. Kind of holding this together. Yeah. Uh Cheryl, I don't disagree. The hair is the best part about this doll. Because that hairstyle is crazy. Um and I have one that's bald too, because she would have had mohair. Um but she's just gorgeous. And but she does not have her original base at all. Okay, this is not original, and I don't even know what's in this. It's stuffed with, it's hard. Oh, I wonder if you could put that. Absolutely. If they're sharp enough to pierce the fabric, I think that they could be. Yeah, absolutely. So, this is one of my favorites because of the doll head, but also, like, she's not original, so I'm not exactly thrilled about the remake of the dress. But can I tell you, this is all handmade lace. Okay? So you can't get too upset when the lace is like, you know, done by hand and not by machine. Like, this is 100% handmade. So you kind of can't get um I don't know if that's what's in here. It's probably sawdust, because I've had other ones where I've taken them off the base and it was sawdust underneath. Now, here's the sad part about her, which, I mean, not that there's a sad part. But she's kind of sloppily painted, and so she's got that going on. What kind of fabrics would they have typically used? Satins, silks, that kind of stuff, like fancy stuff. Satin, silk, that kind of thing. Um, I think I have a velvet one somewhere. Um, but that's really it. And then this one is very fragile, but it will show you why a lot of the times they get um removed from their base. She's filthy. She's very brown from being dirty. Okay. But here you can see she's one of my favorite dolls. Okay. She is almost a full doll. Okay. She's got a legs, she's got a full skirt here under this little piece of lace that somebody tied around her. Okay. So this was somebody's precious thing. But the silk here has completely shattered. Okay. And that's what that means when the silk does this and it turns into strings like that. that means it has shattered. And here is her pillow that she's attached to, and that is again super hard. But she's so pretty. She's lovely. Okay, she's got that beautiful blue dress that would have matched this silk. Um and the shattering here. I don't know if you know about uh silk that's shattered. Essentially silk was sold by the pound, um and it would have been like soaked in like metallic salts in order to give it more weight. And the soaked weighted silks, they were called, because they were artificially weighted with those salts. The weighted silks are the ones that shatter. And you'll see this a lot in uh 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 the what is that, crazy quilts, okay, with the silk in it. The silk will have shattered. So this is one of my favorite dolls, but she's in rough shape. um this here is all falling apart, and it's not original to her. She would have This would have not been on her. She would have just been sitting prettily atop this pincushion. So there. Oh, and then there are pins in it, in case you didn't think she was a real pincushion. But yeah, these are so fun, and sewing related, and I just love them. And I started off with my great aunt's collection. She had a ton of duplicates, and duplicates down to the everything. Okay, so like these two, right? Like they're the same mold, they're the same doll. And I would probably pick, my favorite of the two and sell the other one. That's kind of what I do. Um so yeah, that's kind of where I'm at now, because I really only want one of each. I don't really want, I mean, there are hundreds of styles. Now I ordered a book that should give me some more um information. Would I want to make a new pincushion for her? I don't know that I would for this one, because she's kind of still mostly complete. And yeah, she's seen better days. But whoever made this top, you know, it's all hand done. So I don't know that I would. I think I would leave her alone. I think the other one with like this one, I might make a new pincushion for this one, because I just love her crazy hair. Or I would remove her from the pincushion and put it in the rack. So I feel like that's what I might do with this one. That's, you know. And then there are a couple on the set here. This is another original one. Now, sometimes these, they don't look like they have the right size base for how long their legs should be, and sometimes that irritates me. This one's made out of kind of like a cottony like sometimes it's even like real thick cotton under here, but this one is kind of crunchy. So again, you just have to decide, is she I don't know that they are more valuable with the base, but I would assume that they are. So, but I have an identification guide coming, so that should help. um so I think, like, you've seen uh some of my collection. There's so much more. I have so many. Um and I did want to get to a point where I could look at them all because I couldn't, they weren't out. I wasn't looking at them. And I'm a person who likes to be surrounded by my things. So there's that. I went to Chicken Salad Chick tonight, and I'm having their sweet tea. Lori, thank you. I love them too. Um, if you saw the video from uh, Tula Pink, then you saw that she bought some in my store. And they are usually for sale in the store. I have a little section where I keep them, and I sell a pattern to make the bottoms. Okay, let's start talking about some of this stuff that came in because it's all super adorable too. Okay. um so let's get into this. Okay, we've got our sleeping bunny panel is back in stock. This is from the Poppy Cotton. This is a Poppy Cotton panel. It comes with two bunnies, a blue set and a pink set. And everything's on the panel. So you're going to look up sleeping sleeping bunnies. Look at their little outfit. Isn't that so cute? It comes with a little baby for them to hold on to. Look at that. Just so cute. Okay, if you like small things, you're going to like that little small baby. Pillow, sleeping bag. Where's my grandma's at? They will love these. Okay, 2 per panel. Brand new. Just came in. Well, not brand new. Restocked. But we got a lot of them. Okay? So that's the first thing. We have a new doll house. And if you remember the doll house from a couple months, it was months and months ago. Okay? We're going to bring this way out so you can see this. This is a doll house that ties up and folds up like a book. So it's a quiet book for kids. Comes with little flat dolls that you sew onto a piece of craft felt, and then you got to see this. This is a quilt shop, and here's a little felt wall. You stick the little blocks to it. You've got your little storage here. This is the classroom where everybody learns. This is the store where you've got your fat quarter bundles and your bolts of fabric and your cutting table, and your little doll stands behind the cutting table and cuts. And then you have the garden out behind the place, and then you have the cafe with the the drinks and the cupcakes, and then here's the little table that you sit and have your cuppa. Okay, so you've got this little, and it folds up into like a four panel book. It's got the little, super easy, and then it just all folds up into a book. So quiet play, great for kids that want to. It's just super cute. Okay, that's called the Shop Hop Quilt Shop doll house. Okay, I just made this today and it's not quite finished because I've been working with the HVAC people. Okay, don't forget, my friends, HVAC is very expensive. So help us out, or share this video. All right, this is a baby doll quilt. It could also be the center of a, it could be the center of a quilt. Okay, it could be all kinds of things. If you are wanting to practice your domestic quilting on your machine, this is a great little panel to practice on. Okay, it's got this sort of Red Riding Hood in the middle. My husband says it's a little girl with a babushka, and she does kind of have a babushka. This is called Woodland Wonderland. So Woodland Wonderland. Yes, we've replaced ours too. Yeah, it's not cheap. HVAC, gotta hand. I should be an HVAC guy in my next life because they definitely have. Anyway, Woodland Wonderland, very cute. But we also, so we have the panel. The panel comes with the pillow and the doll quilt. And then we also have this as a red polka dot border print. You're going to want to look that up on our website because that border print makes adorable aprons and adorable um skirts. Okay, so if you like a good border print, this has got that real sweet sort of super super cute with the, it's like partial gingham, like a picnic. It's really adorable. Okay, and then one of the newest things that we have is Mr. Mummy. Let's show Mr. Mummy in all his big giant glory. Okay, he's huge. He's about 3 feet, almost 4 feet long. He is he's a soft doll, just like Mr. Boney. This year they did not do a Mr. Boney, they did a Mr. Mummy. So we've got Mr. Mummy, and he is a great little port. We call him a porch sitter. He's articulated at the elbow and at the hip. He's really easy to put together. I kind of was able to stitch him together pretty quickly. So he is currently in stock right now too. Okay, so we've got Mr. Mummy. He's all the Halloween is almost here. We have one more collection that we were told is not coming in until the middle of um, June. I don't know why it's taking so long, but it is. Okay. We're going to talk about this whimsical wonderland. This is the bundle of fabric that goes with the polka dot border print and the pillow and the quilt. And I want to just show this lovely set to you. You need him for your Summerween. Yes, you do. Summerween is here. Okay, so here's the collection for the the whimsical wonderland, the with the girl with the babushka. So you get the sense here, you've got plaids, you've got like these are your picnic, you've got some micro florals, really pretty, beautiful in these like dark, but you know what, I know we've always seen these colors over here. What we don't normally mix them with is these colors over here. So it's like, okay, you've got your blues and you've got your little animals, your deer, there's a little hedgehog. Okay, you've got your florals, your micro mushrooms. Okay, got mushrooms. That's required now apparently. Super. This is just isn't that sweet? It's just adorable. You've got more of your picnicky, and then it goes into a white, and then you've got your your darks, or these blue, or sorry, green, red, and just that tan. Nice collection. This is $81. There are 24 fat quarters in this bundle, which is a nice stack. So if you want this to go with that bundle, you've got the panel, the border print. You've got these to make blocks. So you can make yourself a decent sized quilt with all of this here. So this is Whimsical Wonderland. Tasha Knoll is the designer, and I just think that they're just precious. On the restock front, we've got restocks on the Kiss Clasp Sewing Caddy. Okay, the Kiss Clasp box. This was a sew along that we did with the Badass Quilter Society. The boxes are back. The refills are back. If you have this pattern already and you need more hardware, we sell just the hardware. Okay, so if you have the Kiss Clasp box, we now have all the hardware in stock. Same thing with the stylish sewing caddy. Okay, this is a great little sewing travel thing. You've got your pockets that you make on the front. It takes 3 fat quarters to make this. It's nice and roomy inside. And then it's got these wires to keep it open. See how it opens like that? That is a wire set. We sell the replacement wires so you can make more. So you buy the pattern, you learn how to make it, you cut to the sizes in the pattern, but then you're like, oh no, I need more of the wire. We have the wire, okay? It does come with a pink zipper, but you can use any zipper, okay? So this is the stylish sewing caddy restocked. And for my Tula Pink fans, we have restocked all 3 of the things that she bought in our store. The mini macaroon pouch. Tula Pink showed this on her Tuesday video. I want to say it was 3 weeks ago. This is how long it's been taking me to get all this stuff back into stock. We've got the mini macaroon pouch. Okay, it comes with 2 discs to make 1 pouch. We sell all of the hardware so you can remake this, and they come in 2s. So you get 1 for this kit, and then any refills, your refills are in 2s. So mini macaroon pouch, Tula Pink bought one. That's pretty cool. I thought that was really sweet that she shouted us out. The other thing that she bought, the magnetic scissor minder, but don't forget, this is also a pin thing, but your scissors stick right to it. So that's something else that she bought while she was here. And finally, the pin cone. And these are magnetic. So they are to basically, we got these back when the front of the store was under construction, and we thought they were funny, and we still sell them, and Tula Pink bought them. And let me tell you, we can't keep these in stock. So if you want one, now's the time to get it. Okay, so we've got these as well. I have been madly making samples, and we also have the All Kentucky Tennessee Shop Hop magazine. The months for Kentucky and Tennessee's Shop Hop is July and August, and we are a participating shop this year. So you can get your Passport magazine in our store, and then come July 1st, you can come in and pick up your free block That's part of the passport. And they are block patterns. And I can't wait for you to see ours. It's very cool. And so that's what's going on. We have those in stock. So if you are local, if you are wanting to do the Kentucky, Tennessee shop hop, we have the magazine, and we will be participating in July and August. Okay, so we've got restocks on the Tula Pink stuff that she bought when she was here. We've got tons of Pincushion dolls that you can rewind and watch the video again. My friends, I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and I hope that you have a very productive sewing. I hope you get some sewing done. I know I'm going to. By the way, Max is going to be here next week. Very excited about that. We pick up our son from the airport. It's going to be a wonderful summer. I'm excited. I hope you are too. If you get a chance, drop into the shop, take a look at all the stuff that's new, because man, do we have some good stuff in the store right now. We are stocked out and ready to go. Hope to see all of you in the shop soon, but if not, take care of yourselves. Have a wonderful weekend. Stay safe. Get some sewing done. I will see all of you next Friday. Take care. Bye bye.